Hello everybody, my name is the Shonen Saint and I am back with another video today, and today is another video that I wanted to talk about a world I think can possibly return in a future Kingdom Hearts game, potentially even Kingdom Hearts 4, and how I think it can return, the story it would use, and why I personally would want it to return as well. And today we are going to be talking about Wonderland. Now, in the past, I have said that Wonderland is one of my least favorite worlds, and that still stands. I am not the biggest fan of Wonderland itself, but I think Wonderland can be improved, and I think it can have a new fun twist to it if they use the 2010 Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movie. This movie kind of works as a sort of sequel to the movie more than it does as a remake like Disney is known for. And this is one of the few exceptions of those remake type situations that I would want in a Kingdom Hearts game, because I just think it works, again, like I said before, like a sequel. And it can kind of work in a way that Space Paranoids has worked in the past, where in Kingdom Hearts 2 it was Space Paranoids, and then in Dream Drop Distance it was the Grid. It was the same world, but it wasn't at the same time. It doesn't have to be the same Wonderland, just upgraded, but it can be, instead of being Wonderland, it can be Underland now. And I think that would be a really cool idea. And I'm going to kind of go over the story beats of it. And yeah, so let's get started. Now, first I want to kind of go over the story of it and how the world would work, and what party members we would have, what areas we would visit, what boss fights we would have. And this isn't like a complete one, this just be like a rough draft of the story. But the world would start when Alice also arrives in Underland, and Sora will talk to her, and he'll learn, like, oh, this is Alice and this is Wonderland, but he'll learn it's not the same. Like, it's the same, but it's not the same. And after talking to a few more characters and getting introduced to some characters that we didn't actually meet in the original Alice in Wonderland story, but we're going to meet them this time, like the Dodo and like just all those characters, like Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The characters are going to be attacked by the Heartless, a new mob enemy in the form of the Card Knights from the movie, and they'll also just kind of work as enemies around the world, and the Bandersnatch, which you'll have a small little boss fight against, but nothing too major, as it'll get interrupted midway through the battle. After getting away from them, Alice and Sora will wander around the area and till they meet the Mad Hatter and the March Hare later at their little tea party garden, and then later they will find themselves in a new area, which is the Red Queen's Castle. Now, this will be one of the most unique places we would go in Kingdom Hearts, just the Red Queen's Castle. There will be some NPCs there, and they'll just have this very offsetting gothic feel to them, and I think it'd be really cool. In the castle, that's where you'll beat both the Red Queen and the Knave of Hearts, where Sora will comment her similarities to the Queen of the Hearts, or Queen of Hearts, that he's met in the past, but he'll also point out that they are not the same person, because they are not the same person technically in the Alice in Wonderland story. The Red Queen and the Queen of Hearts are different people. I know in the movie they kind of mix those two together, but they are different people, or they're supposed to be different people. After that, Sora will get caught, and Alice will also get caught, and the others, and they'll be put into the courtyard where they'll have an actual boss fight against the Bandersnatch. And again, at this point, both Alice and the Mad Hatter will join you as party members. I think both should join you as party members. I think we should have two party members for the world. I think these are two of the most important characters to this movie, and they both just work as party members. After the fight, you would escape, go to the White Queen's Castle, another new area to explore. And as you get ready for the final battle, Sora and the others will learn more about the world and why these characters are the same as the ones in Wonderland, but also different. Example, just like in Space Paranoids and the Grid, how Xemnas explained, like, oh, it's because it's data, and, you know, it can be replicated. But, you know, these characters also still have some sort of similarity, like some feelings about that. They're like, Alice is like, I don't know you, but I have a feeling that I know you. After that, we'll get to the final battle area, the chessboard, and that's when you'll take on a bunch of mob enemy, Heartless, and Knight cards, and then maybe you might even fight the Knave of Hearts as well in a small little fight. And then that's when we have the final boss against the Jabberwocky, where you will. He's a flying dragon. I mean, there's not really much I could say about that, but he works just so well as a boss fight, in my opinion. Ending the world, the Red Queen and the Knave will be arrested, and after some more dialogue, the world would end there. Like I said, there's so much of this world that could really work in Kingdom Hearts. Like I said, we could have party members in the form of Alice the Mad Hatter. Alice would kind of start off a little bit weird, maybe use some attacks with like a dagger or something, but then later on would get her sword and her armor that she does get in the movie, and that's how she would be when you return to the world for future visits. Or maybe they'll do a situation like Tangled, where after the world is completed, you'll no longer have Alice as a party member, but the Mad Hatter would stay. The Mad Hatter, I could see him working more like Jack Skellington, where he'll have some magic-based attacks, but it'll be like tea related. It'll be like very hot like attacks, like he'll use like fire and stuff. And like I said, for the boss fights, we also have stuff like the Jabberwocky as the final boss, the Bandersnatch. We get a lot of mob enemies in the cards, and maybe even the Knave of Hearts can be a boss fight as well. Areas, I think, can be so diverse and got like this weird, cool gothic feel. We'll have like the first Wonderland area, which just be like a destroyed version of Wonderland that we kind of visited in the past games, but like just so destroyed and gothic, and have like the Tea Party area, and maybe even have a cool callback to that Tea Party area where you can sit on the different chairs and they'll give you different prizes. The Red Queen's Castle and the White Queen's Castle, I think, would be cool castle areas where NPCs would be, and just have two different real distinct feelings. As the White Queen's Castle is just all like bright and stuff, but the Red Queen's Castle is like very dark and sordid. And of course, the final battle chessboard would just be, as is, the final battle chessboard. Now, why do I want this world personally? Well, this is a world I've kind of always wanted in the game. Like, it was never one of like my top worlds, but as time has gone on, this is actually a world I think could really work well in Kingdom Hearts. Like I said, it would be a cool gothic world to explore, which we just haven't really gotten one of those in a while. And it can act as a grown-up version of Wonderland. And Kingdom Hearts likes to use its live-action films. I know in Kingdom Hearts 4, we're pretty much already set to have Star Wars as that live-action world, but who says we can't have another one? Because I think this world is more visually distinct than what Star Wars would offer us, because Star Wars is space and military and forest settings that we're probably going to get in that world, where this is, like I said, a gothic Wonderland. That's just so unique. Alice is also a former Princess of Heart. She still could be a Princess of Heart. I mean, the way Kairi kind of just kept it, Alice could also keep that since she was a much younger princess. And it could just give us a grown-up version. Maybe this Alice is, I don't know, different. Like I said, this Alice is different, but maybe I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing out ideas in that way. And I don't think the inclusion of this world would kind of be out of nowhere. And I really do want to see it. I think this would just work as a really fun world. I know this movie isn't really liked by everybody, but I don't know, I think it could work. And yeah, but that is all I have for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, do you guys want to see the return of Wonderland and the form of Underland? And how do you guys think it could work? Let me know in the comments below, and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.